Join us in celebrating a monumental milestone as we look back on 40 years of innovation and dedication at Qstraight. We're thrilled to introduce Jim Reaume, Qstraight's very first employee, who's been with us every step of the way. In this exclusive interview, Jim shares his unique insights and experiences that have defined Qstraight's legacy and continue to drive our vision forward. So let's dive in. So to kick things off, Jim, tell us about your first encounter with Qstraight products. What were your initial impressions and what made you believe in this journey?
There was only one product and it was brand new with no customers as yet. And although we had a few marketing flyers, I did learn that our product was a whole new idea in the transportation industry, an actual product developed exclusively for securing wheelchair riders in transit.
Well, you've seen Qstraight evolve over the decades. How has the approach to innovation and product development changed since you first started?
I think it's evolved because the attitude and approach have not changed. Still always looking to be the leader with new product ideas. The only difference now is that we have a lot more tools and people at our disposal to help make it happen.
Every company has its defining moments. Can you share a particular event that you feel significantly impacted Qstraight's direction?
Probably the single most significant event that impacted the company's direction was the New York City school bus transportation purchase order we received, and it is a story I love telling. So in December of 1986, Greg Kalajian, who was the school transportation director for New York City schools, contacted me after reading literature I had sent him and told me they were spending a tremendous amount of money settling lawsuits as a result of wheelchair tip overs, and he asked me if I could visit with him and make a presentation on our product. So in January 1997, I visited New York City to make the presentation to Greg. I arrived at their school a little early because I wanted to check out their buses, and I looked in the window of many of the lift-equipped buses on the property to try and see if I could notice what type of securement they were using. I was unable to determine anything, and I finally came to a bus with a driver still in it who had just come back to the facility from a school drop-off. I asked him if he transported students in wheelchairs, and when he said he did, I asked him what type of securement he used, and his response was, and this is exactly what he said to me, "Oh, that is easy. I drive the bus with my left hand and I hold the chair with my right." Needless to say, with that story already now in their minds, and after showing our system and the crash test videos depicting how safe the product was when using Qstraight, it wasn't very difficult to convince them that much, if not all of their liability issues in the area could be eliminated.
With such rich experience under your belt, what advice would you give to today's Qstraight team or those who will join us in the future?
Not to be reluctant to give your thoughts or opinions if you think it can better your job or your department or the company. John Mark always welcomed open and honest input, much more so than no thoughts or no opinions at all. So your suggestions or opinion may not always be accepted, but when respectfully done, it shows that you care.
Now, looking ahead, how do you envision the future of transportation safety? And what role do you think Qstraight will play in shaping that future?
We are currently the leader in wheelchair securement safety due to a number of factors. Keep the family atmosphere as much as possible as we grow, which leads to a great team atmosphere with quality people all working together. Continue to set the bar in new product innovation or product improvement. 40 years ago, the idea of safe wheelchair securement was unheard of until Qstraight made it known. Today, that initial groundbreaking product is outdated and is no longer available. But now we have gone from that to new groundbreaking products like Quantum Q1. 40 years from now, these products or also probably be outdated. So staying the leader means constantly leading the way to new technology.
Lastly, Qstraight has always felt like more than just a workplace. Can you speak to the family atmosphere here and what it's meant to you over the years?
I always used to tell people when they were hired that if they accepted the job, they'd be working for the best little company in the world. Well, I can't say that anymore because we're not as little as we were. So I try to say to them that we have the best family atmosphere for a growing company that you'll find in the world. If we can maintain that positive family atmosphere, we will be better for it. And I think that's what I would tell people.
Thank you, Jim, for your dedication to innovation.